An analysis will open your eyes and improve the performance of your team. An analysis ensures correct training of responders by identifying the duties, the responsibilities, and tasks required to be successful in their job. Are all responders receiving the same training? Do you have a process that provides defensibility to your training? Does your training provide a consistent message with clear procedures to follow? Give your people the tools they need to complete their mission. What is analysis? How does it work? And what is your part in making a successful analysis? Analysis is a systematic examination of how individuals perform work activities or how an organization conducts its business. There are 5 types of analysis that the Emergency Operations Training Academy conducts for a client. The first type of analysis is a job analysis, or JA. This type of analysis identifies the duties and responsibilities of a particular job. The second type of analysis is a job task analysis, or JTA. In this analysis, we take a list of duties or responsibilities from a specific job and identify the tasks associated with each area the responder must be able to do. This is an intensive examination of how people perform their work activities. Focus groups consisting of personnel performing this job assist in identifying tasks. This information supports decisions on what type of training is required and how often it needs to be conducted. The third type of analysis is the functional analysis, or FA, which looks at specific duties performed by an individual that's not part of their regular job. These support duties are often found with individuals who perform additional responsibilities related to the organization's mission. The fourth type of analysis, the requirements analysis, or RA, looks at regulations, laws, and the requirements for different activities within an organization. This process is valuable when developing new positions or for a review of changes to an individual's responsibilities due to updates in regulations and laws. The fifth type is a needs analysis, or NA, that examines an identified problem within the organization and determines if the issue is with training or management, hence what is needed to fix the problem. The needs analysis may suggest that a new job task analysis is needed to resolve the problem. Another possibility is that the issue could be resolved with updates to existing job tasks and courseware. The needs analysis may also identify that managerial methods are the source of the problem. Overall, an analysis will help you get to the source of why there is a reduction in productivity in your organization. An analysis results in several products that will benefit you and your team. For example, we use the job task analysis to develop or improve lists of duties and tasks required for a specific job. From this analysis, knowledge and skills are identified, which will ensure that responders are prepared for their duties. By validating job duties, tasks, and identifying knowledge and skills, defensible training can be developed, and with defensible training, program liability will be reduced. Once we have the valid job task analysis, we develop a difficulty, importance, and frequency survey, which is submitted to those individuals whom are currently performing the job. Each task is graded on a numerical scale of 1 to 5. The scale relates to the level of difficulty, importance, and frequency when the task is performed. For example, a rating of 5 on any given task would mean that it was essential to the job and could result in death or failure of a mission if not performed properly. A rating of 1 would mean that the task, while relevant to the job, is not critical to the successful completion of that job. The resulting data from the DIF survey is used to determine the type of training that is required to to successfully perform a job. This could be formal classroom training, informal training such as individual study or on-the-job application, or recurring training in specific critical skills. Each task is then converted into a learning objective with a condition and standard applied to assure training is developed, delivered, and evaluated in the appropriate manner. These learning objectives are the basis of training activities and evaluations. From these objectives, curriculum, job aids, and other learning support and evaluation materials can be developed for the classroom and on-the-job training, which will help your team members to be effective and benefit their organization. Other analysis benefits include continuous quality improvement, consistent standards for training development, implementation of standardized training throughout an entire organization, improving cross-training opportunities, increased accountability for job performance, elimination of duplicate training efforts, identification of criteria for performance evaluations, and reduced costs of training. How much time does an analysis take? A typical job task analysis takes approximately 60 to 90 days. To accomplish this, personnel from the requesting organization need to be available 2 to 4 hours each week for the duration of the analysis. This time is spent with an analyst who will obtain input for the analysis document. Additionally, all documents developed in conjunction with the analysis need to be validated within a week of production. After all the tasks are identified, then the DIF survey is developed and sent out with a 10-day deadline for return. 2 weeks are provided for knowledge and skills identification. 2 weeks are provided for objective development. This is critical to completing the analysis in the agreed upon timeline. And then 2 weeks are provided for final approvals. The final 2 weeks allow for final document review and the creation of the executive summary. Any issues that have been developed during the process and have not been resolved at the time of identification generally are addressed during this last 2 weeks. Upon completion of the analysis, a formal executive summary presentation is provided to the client that includes a full analysis report, executive summary of the process, issues encountered during development, and recommendations for a path forward. There are 2 key factors that are important to remember. First, the customer must commit the time of personnel to support the analysis. We need 2 to 4 hours of your time each week to get the analysis completed in a timely fashion. Remember that this timetable is for a single analysis product. More than one analysis running concurrently will require additional time. The big picture. This is the instructional systems design process that we use when we develop curriculum from the ground up. Developed by the United States Air Force in the 1950s, it has been widely adopted by all branches of the government as well as the private sector. It is considered the leading model of developing defensible and valid training because it uses evaluation at the center of the entire process. Evaluation is a key component of the process and is in the center because it occurs at every level and step of the process. This ensures complete and valid training for your personnel. You will notice that analysis is the first step in the development of solid training that is valid and defensible. A quality analysis produces quality training. What are the benefits of a good analysis? First, an analysis is very beneficial in writing a strong job description because you have a valid list of the duties and tasks that the person must perform. Next, time and motion studies can be conducted based on the analysis. These studies include information on how people do a certain job and how many steps it takes to perform the job and in what time frame. Other issues that may be addressed are how a work area might be changed to improve performance, productivity, and safety, as well as lower cost. The fourth benefit is a major one, which is consistency in training. Every responder will be trained exactly the same, no matter who does the training. This is because a valid and complete curriculum will be developed based on the analysis, thereby ensuring this continuity of training. The result is a cost savings to the client and to the organizations they support. A cross-analysis of tasks between different jobs can occur, which can identify similar or same tasks that are found in different jobs. By identifying these redundant tasks, training time can be reduced, resulting in additional cost savings in training times to the organization. A comprehensive analysis is an essential ingredient of sound personnel management. Finally, individuals are no longer evaluated subjectively. Evaluations become objective and defensible when based on an analysis. Everyone is trained and evaluated the same, so any individual with the same training can go from one job site to another and successfully perform their duties. With improved training, members of your team will no longer need to be retrained or subjected to unnecessary repetition in training, which saves money and improves performance. The benefit of a well-conducted analysis is huge. Analysis saves money, trains people correctly, creates a more efficient workplace, and provides management with both valid and defensible training within their organization. Interested in learning more about analysis and what it can do for your organization? Contact the Emergency Operations Training Academy.